Bond. James Bond. And a reboot? What? So once, okay, that was awesome.
You're welcome.
Once upon a time, movies didn't reboot very often. Series didn't reboot very often.
Games didn't reboot very often.
Games
Once
didn't
upon a
reboot
time,
very
here we are in the age of reboots.
Now every year we're like, who's the next Bond gonna be?
Exactly. No, we were used to Bond changing identities, but it was always this one continuity, but not Casino Royale. Terry, can you tell us about how this worked?
Yeah, it was just a completely different change of pace from the Pierce Brosnan Bond that we had become used to. He was goofy, he was charming, and then we get Daniel Craig, and people were very upset about Blonde Bond for a while until we finally met him, and we were like, oh, this guy is awesome. Like, he is not there to seduce you necessarily. He's not there to sweep you off your feet. He's there to be a total badass, and he was.
He is. He's bona fide psychopathic. I mean,
Yeah.
he's terrifying. He's the literary Bond brought to the
savage.
screen.
Yeah.
If you ever read Ian Fleming's novels, yeah, savage. That's a great word. He is that character brought to life on screen, which I never ever thought anybody was going to have the guts to do. And then they're like, you know what? We're going to restart the story from the beginning. All the other movies never happened. Here he is, James Bond, and he was just tough as nails and terrifying, and I want to be him.
Even when he wasn't engaged in any action, he has this aura of violence that was terrifying, but it was also awe-inspiring.
Just look at him behind you. I'm a little scared already.
Look how cool he is.
He's just right there.
And yet so suave.
That opening scene, to me, the parkour scene where they're in the construction yard, was amazing. That's one of my favorite Bond opening scenes.
Oh, that
of all
chase
time.
sequence. Yeah, that's right. And then how that ends.
Yeah.
Just like, no, whatever. I'm going to shoot the guy anyway. Beautiful. And also that pre-credit introduction in the bathroom and where he's sitting and talking to the
that's
guy.
what I was thinking
Both
about
those are so good. Oh, that parkour scene was amazing. So many memorable. Think about the fight scenes. Just visceral.
And just
Well,
the look of the movie just
the
was
torture scene.
gorgeous.
The torture scene
So good.
made
That
me
was
not
the
want to
scene
sit
that we
down
kept
for
going-
weeks.
Yeah.
Well, the torture scene, I was sitting in the theater with my wife, and when Naked Daniel Craig is there and they cut the bottom out of that chair and loop the rope and whip it up underneath, my wife just goes, oh. Like that.
You're like, think how I feel.
Yeah, she's like, she liked Naked Daniel Craig torture. She was okay with that.
Oh, you've been in another way. Okay.
What's interesting about Casino Royale too is that it was Quantum of Solace, which came after it, was like the first real direct sequel to a Bond movie. It worked so well they could continue the story.
What is your favorite Bond movie? Curious.
Of all time. Well, no. It's like
Casino Royale is
That's something
ask
you
a
don't-
question like this on camera.
Okay, all
I
right,
asked
that's a good reason to ask that question, because I'm like, I don't think I can pull which one it is.
Yeah, Casino Royale's mine, easy. It grabbed me, and I am a Bond movie nut. But when I saw this, I saw the embodiment. I'd grown up watching all the Bond movies, reading all the Bond books. For the first time, I saw them fused into kind of a perfect synergy. And I was just like, yep, I've never been happier.
It'll be
Goldfinger's
really interesting
right up
to
there for
see.
me.
So
Yeah,
good.
that's a great one. No, but it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here, because again, there has been talk about who will be the next Bond after Daniel Craig, and will they, I guess my question is, will they continue down this path that they've established, or will they do a big tonal change?
Yeah, I wonder
again?
about that. What do you think?
Right, because traditionally it's been, like you said, like they were kind of concerned about a blonde Bond, or there was a lot of controversy over
Yeah.
it because it had been brunette men, who were very ruggedly handsome, of course. But this was a kind of a switch, and then of course all the controversy that came up, over the past couple of months as well, about a potential of a black Bond.
Yeah.
Please make Idris Elba Bond. Please.
Just make Idris
Yeah.
Elba everything.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
he's
better than
awesome
that.
enough to
Absolutely.
do
He would
that.
be an incredible Bond.
Yeah.
I love playing around with that, that typical, stereotypical Bond that you're used to seeing. Play around with it. I mean, that's the fun of stories, right? And that's the fun of having this continuation of this universe.
Yeah, the second we're comfortable with something, subvert it in some way,
Yeah.
and convince us that is the best it could be. Like,
Not like the Star Wars
Daniel Craig
prequels, but
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, that's what The Force Awakens is for. Hype, hype, hype.